What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality? High quality and immersive sound? A sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro Series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro Series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
I'm Rodney Williams.
And I'm Travis Holloway. Welcome to the Wealth Break Podcast, a real conversation about finance.
Let's be honest, building wealth doesn't look the same for everyone.
I feel like sometimes being broke is a cycle and that we might have to revisit that.
And we're not stopping at success stories.
What happens when it doesn't go right? How do you cope with it?
Because wealth isn't just about money. It's about creating a life where you thrive and help others do the same.
Listen to the Wealth Break Podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Will Smith is doing a lot of publicity around his tour. Well, he's doing a lot of stuff, which obviously means he's pushing his tour, but he's talking about other things, right?
Right. And he has a lot of confidence. Regardless of the slap incident, he is still very high on himself because in an interview, he was asked to give his Mount Rushmore of actors, like the 4 most iconic actors he could think of.
I would start with Marlon Brando. Really, I'm not really saying this to be arrogant. I do think I'm like one of the most prolific actors of our time.
You 100% should feel that.
Yeah.
100%. What the hell?
Marlon Brando, me and Denzel. Why I like those is like there's actors and then there's movie stars. And I know who my fourth is, Daniel Day-Lewis. An actor can deliver a role and take you to something that is, a transformative experience. But a movie star can put a movie on their back and carry it.
Wow.
You go to a Denzel movie because it's a Denzel movie.
Facts.
You go to a Will Smith movie because it's Will Smith,
Everything he says is right, but he shouldn't talk about himself like that.
Yeah.
Like, let everybody else say that.
Yeah.
Like, Denzel, Daniel Day-Lewis, Marlon Brando, those guys are unbelievable. And then the host would have gone, well, you're up there too. Oh, no.
Right.
Thank you, but no.
I'm one of the most prolific actors in history.
Put some respect on my name.
Man.
He is a great actor. Like, you can't deny. Like, Will Smith is a great actor.
Yeah, but boy, does that hit me weird.
I know.
We're giving away Snow White tickets in a little bit, and Rachel Ziegler is the host or the star.
Yeah, she is being Snow White. And actually, so the movie comes out on Friday, and she's getting a lot of heat because it doesn't seem as if she really has seen the movie Snow White.
I watched it for the first time in probably 16, 17 years when I was doing this film.
So basically, like, she was going on and on about how the actual movie Snow White scares her and how the ride scares her. And so she's getting a lot of heat just because a lot of, like, Disney fans feel like Snow White, she is the OG princess. She is the first Disney princess ever. And they're like, how have you never watched this movie? But yet you are Snow White.
But she said she'd seen it twice. She saw it once when she was little and then watched it again when she got the role.
But she had turned it off when she was little, is what she said.
It was a scary movie when you're little.
You know what? Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like everyone's coming down real hard on Gal Gadot and Rachel Ziegler right now for no reason.
Don't ever go to Disney and get on the ride. It's scary.
I know.
You probably would have said that if you're in the movie.
She's getting a lot of heat, though, but I'm excited to see it this weekend.
Okay, so there's been a lot of Hailey Bieber, Justin Bieber stuff, and Whitney Cummings, who, by the way, is a great comedian, and she also wears Love Pup merchandise, by the way. What's Whitney Cummings saying?
So she was asked about it, like, hey, there's all this beef on social media. There's a 7-part series basically saying Hailey Bieber stalked Justin Bieber and kind of like copies everything Selena Gomez does. What do you think about the whole thing now that Hailey Bieber is actually lawyering up to possibly sue the 7-part series? And Whitney Cummings is like, basically like, she needs to chill because there's much bigger problems than what's happening with her.
I think that when it comes to what's going on with social media, right, I don't know what Hailey Bieber's issue is, but it seems like that's probably the least, problematic of it. It is getting kids addicted.
And she went on about how they're addicted to validation and this and that and the bullying. And I'm kind of like, That's kind of what Hailey Bieber is complaining about. She's part of that. She's one of the kids who has been bullied her whole life. I don't know. I mean, like Peyton and I were talking in like a long discussion yesterday over this 7-part series. And I just feel like everyone just needs to leave Hailey Bieber alone. Like she's dealing with like so much just because she married Justin Bieber. It's like they fell in love, whether she stanned him and followed him. Like there was a million other people doing the exact same thing. And he fell in love with her, had a baby with her, and is trying to like live their life. And now they have a kid together and all this stuff is coming online. Now the kid's going to be like probably seeing this when they're older. So I kind of get why like she's tried to ignore all that in the past. And now she's like, I feel like there's got to be a line. Like,
she's right. Totally right. There's got to be a line. She's, kind of on her side.
I have mixed feelings about the whole thing because when you do watch and listen to the 7-part series, there is some stuff that you're like, that is weird. That's weird. But it's like, Kyle and I were talking about it yesterday, like, girls do that. Girls will go and set out to go and find their man.
Jessica Biel had a poster of Justin Timberlake in her room.
You see
now
it all
she's
the
married
time.
to Justin Timberlake.
And it's like, everyone's like, oh, well.
Look, it happened to Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon was obsessed with Mariah Carey. Then he married Mariah Carey.
So it's really a really interesting topic, I think.
Yeah, and like there's a lot of like side-by-side pictures of like the things that Hailey Bieber quote unquote copied from Selena Gomez, and maybe some of them were, because I remember when some of them came out, it was like she was trolling Selena a little bit because they
she
were
liked
having
the
this
comment.
online feud. Yeah,
haters comment.
And some of them, yes, but then others of them, I'm like, they're probably all being styled by the same people in Hollywood, and a lot of the stuff was like their makeup lines and stuff like that. And it's like those are other people styling those photos.
Hey, what about Ryan Reynolds and Justin Baldoni? Is there anything new going on?
Yeah, this is
there
crazy.
Go.
So Ryan Reynolds' people filed paperwork to get the lawsuit against him from Justin Baldoni erased because Justin Baldoni's people said that Ryan Reynolds, through what happened with Blake Lively, was also very much involved in it. And then afterwards, you guys remember in Deadpool, there was the Nice Pool character, which was totally trolling Justin Baldoni. So Ryan Reynolds' lawyers were like, hey, he needs to calm down. He just has thin skin. You can't sue someone just because you're thin skinned. I'm entitled to my First Amendment right to have an opinion of you, right? Then Justin Baldoni's lawyer filed back and said, we're not going to drop the case. You can't drop the case because this was much more than just him having an opinion of my client. Justin Baldoni's life basically got ruined because of things Ryan Reynolds did. Like he tried to have Justin Baldoni's like CAA, the CAA talent agency. It's a different one. It's like RCS or something like that. He tried to have them drop him and started to try to get him blackballed in Hollywood. And it's like, it's not
He's
just
got proof.
thin-skinned. Yeah,
Right.
It's like, you can't drop the case because he was heavily involved. And I'm like, this is like, I can't wait for this trial to go down.
I started watching the movie. Have you guys seen any of the movie?
No.
Yeah, I've seen the whole thing.
Oh, you have? The first, like, when they first meet on the rooftop, it's so cringe.
I know.
The whole thing is so cringe, especially when you watch it knowing what you know now. It's like, this is weird, man.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
I'm Rodney Williams.
And I'm Travis Holloway. Welcome to the Wealth Break Podcast, a real conversation about finance.
Let's be honest. Building wealth doesn't look the same for everyone.
I feel like sometimes being broke is a cycle and that we might have to revisit that.
And we're not stopping at success stories.
What happens when it doesn't go right? How do you cope with it?
Because wealth isn't just about money. It's about creating a life where you thrive and help others do the same.
Listen to the Wealth Break Podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.